I was brutally honest to my younger, poor self. This is exactly what I would tell myself. So, number one, if you're thinking that you're poor, you got to change your mindset right away because you're not. Maybe financially you are, but if you think that in your mind, it's going to really affect your future. So, let's be honest. Let's be happy. Let's be happy we're alive and let's start working. So, again, you're not tired, you're undisciplined. Stop saying you're burnt out. You haven't earned that yet because you haven't even started, right? Most people who are younger are still trying to figure out what they want to do. So instead of giving up and just admitting, hey, I'm average, let's figure it out. Let's figure out how to work harder so we cannot be average. Most people are exhausted from distraction. They get distracted, they do things they shouldn't do, and therefore they have a lack of effort. They don't put enough work into the business, and again, that's what causes a lot of people to quit, and let's not do that here. Energy comes from purpose, not comfort. So work. Be excited to work every single day because you never know when it's your last day. So let's change the role. Let's do something and actually make an impact. Focusing definitely beats hustle because many people who are starting a business when they're younger don't know what to do, and therefore they look at all these different ideas they can do. They start from one business and they go to the next and the next and the next. You have to stick with one idea for a very long time. People always ask me, hey, what should I do if I get started? You got to figure it out yourself because everyone's different. There are so many ways to get money and there's endless opportunities in the world. You have to work yourself and find it because no one's going to hand you that. Money solves a lot of problems if you're making a lot of money, but only if you know how to use it. Learning financial literacy, understanding what you're doing with that money you make is super, super crucial. Track every dollar you spend when you're broke because you need to have a good idea of what you're doing with it. So, again, I know budgeting is boring and knowing what you're doing with your money is boring sometimes, but if you want to make it to the top, you have to be willing to sacrifice things, and that means not buying the cool items. My younger self also would probably assume that I'm going to be a millionaire by the time I'm 25. I saw a statistic the other day about this, and I think it's like 80 or 90% of 18-year-old guys who go out of high school think they're going to be millionaires before they're 25 years old. And in reality, less than 0.5% of people who are 25 who graduate high school 18 actually become millionaires. So it's freaking hard. So you have to do what that 99.9% is not willing to do. And no one's coming to save you. No one owes you anything. You have to earn it. Your job is to make sure you're doing everything right and doing everything as good as possible every single day. So that means be a good person, do as much as you can to help people, be your best self. Take care of yourself because that is extremely important. Looks are very important, especially in the business world. Your appearance is everything. So that means you need to have some money to buy nice clothes. So again, you can buy cheap stuff that look nice, but you're going to look presentable. So that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But many people who I know who are trying to get started already have a 9 to 5 and already are working full time. And they always ask me, what do I do? It's very simple. Use that 9 to 5 to fund your 6 to 10. And also wake up early the next day so you have a couple other hours as well. You could still work 6 hours a day on your dreams and then work your 9 to 5 as well. That is totally possible. And it is hard. You have to sacrifice a lot of things, but it is totally possible. And I'm currently working with a ton of people who are doing that right now, who work 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, and they're still working on their businesses on the side. So I know a lot of people hate their jobs, but use that as a learning experience and do as much as you can, make as much money as you can. But once you can get out, leave. So invest your skills, invest that money you make, and then plan your exit. How am I going to get out of this job in 2 years, 3 years? Set proper goals for yourself because if you have those goals and you're working for those goals every single day and you have very definitive ideas of how you're going to get that goal to come quicker, then do it. If your circle is not challenging you, then you're trapping yourself. Your environment is so important. And honestly, I would rather be the dumbest person in the room and listen to every other person who's smarter than me than being the smartest person in the room and giving other people advice. Because if you're the dumbest in the room, you're going to learn what the people who are a couple steps ahead of you are doing. And then you could easily get to those You can get to that point quicker than you would if you're the ones who are helping people who are below you. So put yourself in those rooms, connect. You have social media. It's 100% possible. Go to events, go to networking events. It's so possible. You have to obviously spend some money to do that. But if you are willing to do what it takes, that's what you have to do. And another thing I want to talk about as well is you don't need a better idea than someone else. What's more important is executing that idea better than someone else, because that idea you're going to have is probably going to not work and you're going to have to pivot very, very quickly. But at least putting your foot in the door and starting that is what's going to help you get to the finish before the other person. You need to act on the ones you already have. You need to act on experiences that you have had and use that for your advantage, because other people have had different experiences in life than you have. So use your toolbox and use things that happen to you in your life as an advantage. And I would tell myself as well, stop avoiding pain. You're gonna feel like shit every single day, 100%. But it doesn't matter, because that pain you're feeling is gonna lead to growth. Growth is stressful, it can be confusing, and you're gonna feel discomfort all the time. I totally felt that. It's hard doing things that other people are not doing. But I will tell you, short-term pain beats long-term regret. So take that step, do that thing, start that business, go. Because you only live life once and it's time to freaking go. There's no point in waiting for the right time or for the right person to come, because it may never happen. It probably won't happen. And you need to sacrifice. You can't have freedom and success without sacrifice. Most people quit way too early. Like 3-4 months down the road, they're already quitting. Like, seriously, 3-4 months? Like, I mentioned this earlier in the video, but people go to school for 8 years and still have no money. So you're not behind if you're not making money for 3 or 4 months. And if you're trying to quit by then, what are you doing? Like, momentum comes after those times of failure and after those times of questioning. So stay in the game, because if you don't quit, you're not going to lose. Being broke is temporary. And again, you don't need more time, because everyone has the same amount of time every single day. You need more action. Life is not fair. And you should be happy life's not fair, because that means most people won't win, but you still can. 99.9% of people are not going to get what they truly want in life. But you, the one who's watching this video, can if you actually put that work in. And it's going to freaking suck. But if you're willing to put your head down and actually do what you say you're going to do, I almost guarantee you're going to win eventually. And maybe it might not be the first year or 2 years, but 5-10 years down the road, you're going to look back and be thankful that you started. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it.